Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting presents Nokomis Warrior Basketball. Tonight, the number 1 seed Messalonskee Eagles take on our very own number 8 seeded Nokomis Warriors in this Northern Maine Class A quarterfinal game. Taped live February 15th, 2025 from the Augusta Civic Center. Bringing you today's game will be me, Mary Netto, along with Josh Tardy. Welcome, Josh. We're back.
Hey, Mary Netto, Matt Brown, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. It is tourney time, and this is a Class A Northern bracket that is truly one of those where anybody can beat anybody on any given night, and this is one of those matchups.
Yeah, I feel good about our chances. I don't know if you were able to catch the final boys' home game, their senior game. I thought, talk about a team peaking at the right time. They played beautifully. They were fluid, loose, the players that you need to make plays were making plays, and they're coming into this game with some confidence, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's how you play at the right time, and this is the time. And, you look at this Messalonskee team, very, very good team. They're 16-2. They sit number 1 in the standings. But Nokomis played these folks twice. They lost twice this year, but 5 weeks ago, they got down early, scratched their way all the way back. I think it was a 4-point game with a couple minutes to go. Messalonskee did hit their foul shots to pull away at the end, but it's a team that we match up well against, and it's about defending. They're going to have to defend on the perimeter and stop Messalonskee in transition. If we can get some post-entry points and some inside-out action, I like our chances.
Yeah, for sure. And I think folks watch the broadcast from the girls' game. I think, too, quarterfinal game can be a little tricky. And I think the first few minutes are really going to be key for the Warriors. Can they be relaxed, loose, and hit a couple of early shots to set a good tone?
I couldn't agree more. It is really, it's a different atmosphere. It's late at night. It's an unfamiliar time to play. It's not necessarily an unfamiliar court. And I think the Nokomis Warriors have played a few times around here in the last decade, which we like that. But you really do have to get off to a decent start. You put it this way: you don't have to get off to a great start. You just can't get off to a bad start.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it's the little things. We all like the flashy plays, but it's just the little things. Take care of the ball, make your layups, make your foul shots, good shot selection. So I'm really excited. I hope this evening matchup tonight's going to prove to be just really a great contest. And we saw, a little bit of an upset in the game just before us. Coney fell to Camden Hills. It was tight through the second half, and Camden just made a couple more shots at the end to pull away. I think ended up with a 5 or 6 point win.
Yeah, great game, a back and forth game. We've seen this throughout this quarterfinal tournament bracket, and we expect nothing less. Let's hope they have a great game.
Yeah, PA announcer getting set to announce, and while they're getting ready, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors who have supported Warrior Broadcasting all season long. DT Lawn Care, Sebastopol Valley Credit Union, DA Gould Excavation, Clark's, Casa Cattle, Bowman Constructors, Fogbrook, AE Robinson, Gilman Electric, and Newport Glass has also sponsored the player of the game all season long. So we really appreciate the support our community business members have for our school and all things Warrior Nation.
Yeah, 100%. It's nice to come from a community that supports the local high school and the local high school sports. It's really proud to be from the Nokomis greater community.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we'll pause. Hopefully we can pick up the PA announcer here at the Civic Center.
Our officials this evening are Mr. Bronco, Mr. Briller, and Miss Nicolova Graffo. Official scores Dave Norris, the Tigers Rusty Hopkins, and on the score clock is Bruce Chase. Before announcing the stars, we'll introduce
Warriors will be in their road jerseys, the burgundy, looking sharp.
Number 11, Owen Black. Number 12, Landon Neumeier.
They're not an official sponsor, Josh, but I think for our boys team, we got to throw a shout out to New Balance. We know who New Balance's big signee was this fall, Mr. Cooper Flagg, and part of the deal involved throwing some new unis to the boys basketball team. So they've looked sharp all season long in their New Balance gear, and just want to give a shout out to Cooper. And I think we all have just enjoyed watching, Cooper's journey, and I don't think anybody's surprised. That guy's never going to forget where he came from.
No, absolutely not. And Cooper Flag and Warrior Nation couldn't be proud of each other, and it's just an awesome time to be a Warrior alumni.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, it is wild to think about what he's doing. And technically, like, he could be a senior here playing in this tournament, and you see what he's doing on a national stage, and it's just incredible. And I can't wait to go to some Maine games next year to see Ace play, and I know he's having a great senior season down in North Carolina, so just wishing those two guys all the best. Here we go, Bowden. I think Bowden's going to be a key tonight too.
Yeah, big night for Seth. I think they're going to see a point of emphasis on some post entry, getting some inside looks and using that physicality at the rim.
Of course, Dawson Townsend, just an experienced veteran player. He's got all the pieces to really be a standout tonight. And I'm really impressed. Drew Grant, you know, really navigated a really tricky foot injury in the fall season, caused him to miss soccer in a little bit of the start, and it's really been incredible that he's been able to come back and play healthy for the back half of the season.
Yeah, very key to the Warriors' engine. Absolutely, running the point.
I noted yesterday doing the girls broadcast too, like the girls team, the boys team has also suffered just a rash of winter illnesses, none more so than their coach Josh Grant has really been, I think he had to miss a couple of games. He was just been so sick, and I think they're mostly on the other side of it, a few nagging coughs, but
it's good to see Coach Grant on the sideline talking to him there earlier. I think he can coach, but I'm not sure he could try out for the boys or anything right now.
No. But and I see a little color back in his face. Well, here we go. We get set for the tip-off. Have Reynolds for the Eagles, and Townsend will do the honors in the jump circle. Easy win by Messalonskee. They'll bring it into front court. Bernier with it. Size doing a good job bodying up. Ball's kicked out. Dribble drive. I think they're going to call that on the floor before the shot.
Nope, counted the basket.
No, counted the basket. Sean Acorn on the tape.
Pretty good opening possession from Messalonskee. They got a ball reversal and dribble drive penetration.
Bowden with a rebound, can't get the foul shot to go, so it's an early 2-0 lead for Messalonskee. Grant will start it to the left, sides, rolls around. A little bit of a quirky handoff. Townsend stops, fires, off the iron. Messalonskee looks to move quickly in transition. Carr with a nice closeout. Acorn can't get his second shot to go. A quick kick ahead. It's out of bounds.
Unforced error, but both teams starting out a little bit tight, but both in half-court man.
I think that helps Nokomis. I'm suspecting Messalonskee's a little deeper on the bench than the Warriors, and if Nokomis doesn't have to expend a lot of energy breaking a press, I think that helps them out.
I agree completely.
Brunel will get the offense moving. Brunel kicks it out. Shots off the mark. Ball bounces off.
Not really sure. He called that two different ways, didn't he?
Yeah, I almost thought he was going to call a foul on Bowden for the push. I don't know, from this angle, it looked like that ball went off Brunel, but I guess they called it in the wash. We'll just
it's called equitable adjustment.
Yeah, oh, I like that. There's your lawyer speak as the three falls through for the Eagles. Bernier is on the score sheet.
I know that's a point of emphasis for Coach Grant and the Warriors, is to really get out on the perimeter for Bernier because he can get heated up.
Townsend moving on the right, stops, fires a jumper, can't get it to go. That's what I'd like to see Townsend just go straight up. I think that fall away from 15 feet, not a high percentage for him.
Good rebound by Seth.
Bowden's not afraid to take it off the dribble. I like it. I'd like to see him, get a little high post pass and then see what he can do with a couple dribbles. Takes it on the baseline, tries the reverse, can't get it to go. Carr with a rebound, puts it up.
Oh, we're going to get 2 shots.
Jeff Carr is one of those players you just love to have on your team. He maybe is not going to lead in a stat column, but he does so many little things all game long.
Absolutely a great athlete for Nokomis sports.
And a great student, too, and a great school citizen. He's the kind of kid every school wants to have in their building. First one is good. Warriors on the board, 5-1 Eagles. See if Carr can make this a 1-possession game. No dice. Eagles quickly in the front court. Brunel spots up, can't get it to go. Bowden with another rebound. And we talk about 3-point shooters. Carr can be a streaky shooter. If he gets some open looks and gets hot, he can drain the 3.
Let's see what they do. Let's see if there's a post entry here in the making.
Nokomis gets a little bit of luck there, sides, trying to penetrate, loses the handle, but Messalonskee can't pick it up. They're on the end line, so Nokomis will inbound under their own basket. Carr gets it to Townsend. Townsend kicks it over. Grant has it. I think it's good for Owen Size to just handle the ball, get into the flow of the game a little bit. Had a little bit of jitters early. Nice crossover by Carr, trying to hit Townsend, just too short.
Warriors staying in man.
That's going to fall short.
It's a good closeout on the shooter.
Yeah, Brunel's been looking for his 3 and hasn't found the mark yet, so it's good for Nokomis.
The 22-footer that he threw 21 feet.
I hate that when that happens. Well, I don't hate it when it's the opponent doing it. Acorn giving some pressure to Grant. Grant handling it. Townsend with it.
There we go. See, this is the...
There's a nice strong take by Dawson Townsend. Can't get it to go, but a nice backside rebound by Jeff Carr.
In both Nokomis' good possessions come from attacking the rim and then attacking the glass. So that aggressiveness at the rim and using their physicality, Townsend and Bowden are strong kids.
Yeah. Bowden can't get the elbow jumper to go. Warriors have had some good shots, just haven't found the mark yet. Acorn takes it on the dribble drive, and it's his second take, finish, and foul. And that'll be the second personal on Jeff Carr. We'll see if Coach Josh Grant makes a lineup change. And it looks like Logan Washburn is set to check in.
Yeah, Acorn very aggressive early. Had a couple nice moves to the hoop.
We'll see how Washburn does with the defensive matchup as the foul shot goes, an 8-1 Eagles lead. Because Washburn's a pretty tenacious defender. So that might not, you don't like to see a player pick up 2 fouls, but that might not hurt. Nice cut by Bowden, just couldn't get the handle. And again, Messalonskee not able to field it cleanly. It bounces on the end line, so Nokomis will retain possession. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Warriors with just a single foul shot.
These baseline out of bounds are good opportunities to get a nice pick and pop. Got to cut hard, though. There we go.
Nice strong take by Dawson Townsend. A much-needed basket for the Warriors.
Nice defense
Yeah,
right there.
Sides with a nice job. Washburn with the rebound. Owen Sides, a really nice job shutting that down.
You know, Mary, this is a big possession for the Warriors. You know, kind of get through the jitters.
Well, let's see if they count it.
Going to call it on the
Oh.
floor, but
Yeah.
good possession. They got something off reversal and dribble drive.
I feel like they gave it on the other end.
I know.
I know I'm being biased. I just really wanted it to count.
I'd have counted it.
Is that what did you call that? A judicial adjustment?
Equitable adjustment.
Yeah, equitable adjustment. Bowden keeps it, dumps it down to Townsend. Little baseline jumper is in.
So check the box. Warriors have sort of survived the opening 4 minutes, so they're right in this ball game.
One possession game, a couple of good defensive stops, and then offensive possessions. Kind of a little bit of lost. Bowden kind of lost the handle defensively. Gives up an easy layup. And that's what Nokomis can't do. They can't give up easy layups. Bowden gets stripped on his way to the rim. Eagles quickly in the front court. Elbow jumper, rattles around and falls in. Bernier, a nice looking shot. 12-5, Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little bit late. Washburn thought Townsend was going to stay in that spot. The three's up, off the mark. So fortunately for the Warriors, Messalonskee likes the three ball, but it hasn't been falling.
Just going to take care of the ball in the half court.
Eagles picking up full court pressure. See how Nokomis does with their press break. It's into Grant. Man to man. Parent. Some kind of soft pressure. Grant does a nice job. Sees an open lane. Ooh, Bowden had it on the blocks and just kicked it out to Townsend. Townsend takes it. Can't get it to drop in off the glass.
That's
a good take by Parent.
It's a bailout for the Warriors. They needed to get
yeah.
back to stop ball, and they didn't. They got away with one.
Yep, got a little lucky there. Townsend kicks it to Bowden. Bowden with the three, can't get it to go. Townsend's going to get called on the body. He kind of wanted to ask the official about that. The official just grinned at him.
Jordan Quinn checking into the game.
And Quinn is a heck of an outside shooter. And if Messalonskee maybe doesn't pick him up right away, as the Eagles missed their first free throw. So Messalonskee's had a few misses here that have kept this reasonably close.
Tommy Nice checks in, so they're going to go big.
Second foul shot from Reynolds is in. 13-5, Eagles on top, minute 40 to go. First quarter action. The winner will advance to the semifinal round on Wednesday. Parent will get called for the grab. That's his second foul, so early to pick up two. He'll head to the bench.
Yeah, that might be an important play in the big mix here.
Townsend working at the top. Quinn with a nice pass. Gets it to Nice. Nice can't finish. I believe Reynolds got a piece of that. Nice kind of hammers Reynolds.
That wasn't nice.
No.
Oh, it was the opposite. I like that type of foul, though.
I'm okay with that
Yeah.
because Number 5, Parker Reynolds, had a full head of steam, and he had a lane to the rim. So let's make him earn it from the foul line. Misses his first, so already the foul pays dividends, as that probably would have been a made layup. Misses both.
That's just a darn good foul right there.
Yeah, so Nokomis, they made a couple of good plays on the defensive end, but they're getting some breaks. They got to get some makes on the offensive end. Townsend's follow-away is in the net.
Tough shot.
Now, Townsend's had a good quarter, and that's good for him. When he gets a few shots off, that usually bodes well for him throughout the game. Nice, nearly gets the strip steal. Acorn puts up the mid-range jumper, no good. Quinn with a rebound. See if Nokomis plays for the last shot, or they just work to get a good shot.
Now they'll probably pull it out for one.
Bowden with it up top. 10 seconds. Bowden trying to make his move. Stop, pops, fires, can't get it to go. Comes over to Quinn. Quinn puts it up and in. A nice little two basket run. The long three is off the top of the backboard. So a couple of key possessions, Josh, close this to 13-9 after one.
I got to tell you, Coach Grant, right now, we'll take this.
Yeah.
Nice way to survive a tough, jittery opening quarter. They're right in the ball game.
When I think your words, it doesn't necessarily have to be great, but it can't be bad.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
Thought nice momentum too at the end of the quarter to get a couple of, you had the 2 missed foul shots, you got a defensive stop, and then 2 makes.
One of the key points I think as we start this second period, I think Seth has to sort of get himself locked in and keep his confidence and stay aggressive going to the basket.
Yep.
Got to get him on track.
Yeah, there were a couple moments that I thought he could have just pivoted and squared up and put the ball up, but he kicked it out.
Yeah, shoot the ball.
And Jordan Quinn coming in towards the end of the quarter and gets a big basket right before the buzzer. Those unexpected points can make the whole difference.
Be Warriors ball to start the quarter, so they're a little 2-for-1 possession. We like that.
Sides will put it into play. Acorn. Tight man-to-man on Grant. Grant works it in. Townsend, fadeaway jumper. Off the rim, bounces and falls in. He's got the shooter's touch tonight.
We'll take it.
And it's a 2-point game. Open look for Arbor. Nothing but net.
Anderson Arbor for 3.
Quinn on the wing. Makes a good decision. Didn't have a great angle on the pass and waits for Grant to find him.
That's right. I like that. Stayed strong with the ball. You don't have to make a great pass. You just have to make a good one.
Quinn thinks about the 3. Finds Bowden. Bowden, a foul line jumper off the iron. Acorn with a rebound. Looks to push it up court. Grant shuts down the dribble. And again, Nokomis getting a little bit lucky there. Reynolds kind of blew by nice on.
He turned the corner. He had action to the basket.
Actually, I think that was Townsend.
It was.
Blew right by him, but he lost the handle on the dribble. Nice job by Drew Grant taking the ball hard on the baseline. Eagles will get called for the blocking foul.
Foul number 14, Sean Acorn, personal foul number 1, 2 foul.
Well, Acorn seems to be a very tenacious player for the Eagles. He's just playing full court defense, and anytime he gets the ball, he takes it hard to the rim.
Yeah, he's pretty locked in.
Yeah, tough cross-court pass was an easy pick-off. Eagles push it up court. Travel. We'll go back to Nokomis. So neither team really it's kind of fallen into a fluid play yet.
Yeah, that's right. Both teams turning the ball over a little too much. But that's tourney time.
I think too, Nokomis knows that they're the 8 seed. The pressure's on Messalonskee, and they can play a little loose. Ball punched out from behind on Quinn. Up to Bernier. He'll wait for his teammates. Nice
deal.
D by Quinn, steals it away. Jordan Quinn making some positive plays here. First half for the Warriors. Grant with a little crossover, quick take, can't get it to go off the glass. Eagles, quick transition, Arbor. Nice defense by Sides with the stop.
Wow, that's good hustle by Warrior basketball right there. And a nice timeout by Coach Grant.
Yeah, 5:29, second quarter. It's a 16-11 game, and a little bit chaotic play. I think you'll see Coach Grant say, let's settle. Let's run a good half-court set, get a good look. Josh, you were noting what I love about tournament time. It's this collection of basketball fans. And, last night ran into some former alumni or just, people that are, tournament staff who have worked the venues for years that you get to know a little bit. Yes, it's an awful lot of fun to be at these games.
It really is. It's a magical culture. We're very thankful to have that in the state of Maine.
It's a big extended family come this time of year.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit of a family fight tonight with Messalonskee.
Eagles come out with full court pressure and a quick foul. Bernier Parent puts his hands up and says, I think that's his third foul.
Yeah, that's a nice fundamental play right there by Drew. Just sealed him right there. Drew the foul.
So Parent had to head to the bench in the first quarter when he picked up his second, and he's right back on the bench.
This is probably going to get eventually Messalonskee out of the full court pressure. I mean, they are deep, but Parent's sort of one of the engines for that defense.
Sides picks up his dribble.
That's an overplay by Messalonskee. They're going to get some backdoor action if they stay strong with the ball. See, that's a foul.
No, and I think, too, if you're Messalonskee, you've got to read the kind of level of contact the officials are calling, and they're calling it reasonably tight. I don't think it's too tight, but, I mean, they're calling the contact.
To your point earlier, Mary, Messalonskee is the #1 seed. There's a lot of expectations, and so this is one of those areas of the game where they may just tighten up.
Arbor picks up his second foul. Jeff Carr comes back in the lineup for Nokomis. He picked up 2 fouls early. I think they'll get Bowden on the travel. Sean Acorn brings it into front court. Acorn left wide open, says he'll spot up for the 3. Can't get it to go. Bowden with a strong rebound.
Yeah, nice rebound. See if we can get Seth locked in on this side of the basketball.
Washburn wide open for the 3. Can't get it to go. I think they're going to call a carry. You don't see that call that often anymore.
Yeah,
but
that's just it's one. We'll take it. We'll take it.
yeah.
I don't know about the Messalonskee coach.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I think it's like, you've been around basketball for forever at all levels.
Right.
From rec league to AAU to varsity assisting, and you know what? It's one of those pieces of the game has changed.
It really has, but we'll take the
Or
carry.
at least for some. Some it hasn't changed. Sides, I love the idea of sides to penetrate, but just a little bit of tentativeness. They don't know what they're calling.
That is.
That was a dive. Bowden kind of collapsed as the contact was coming. I mean, I think it's a good call. Like he was in great
so that's
position.
A warning? Was that what the call is? It's a warning.
It's a warning for a flop, which he got on he made a 3-pointer at home.
All right.
It fell backwards, and they called him for a flop warning. So, guess that's his thing.
See, an attempt at an Oscar. We're okay with that.
Yeah, he was in great position. He just started to kind of fall down a little too soon. Sides to take, gets a make. Oh, nice putback by Carr. Just couldn't get it to drop. I think Carr's gonna. Oh wow, Acorn's gonna get called for the charge. Carr holding strong.
That.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's,
I feel like in watching, obviously I've watched a lot more college basketball this year. And I feel like at the college level, they've done a really nice job kind of clarifying what's going to be called and not called on that player control.
Yeah, it's a mystery to me.
Nice kick out to Sides, open for the three, and he's plowed down. That should be 3 foul shots for Sides. This could be a big play for Nokomis.
That's 5 fouls committed by Messalonskee. Certainly seeing the tightness of Messalonskee have an impact on this game right now.
Yeah. I mean, they've got Arbor, Acorn, and Reynolds all with 2 fouls, and then of course Parent with 3. So got 4 players with some foul problems. I think these next 3.5 minutes will be important for those other 3 players with 2 to not pick up a 3rd foul. As Sides hits the first of 3. He's 2 for 2, 1 more. This is great for his confidence too, for a shooter. Just get at the foul line, get in a rhythm.
Nice job.
Yeah, nice job. Makes all 3. It's a big 3-point turnaround. 2-point game, 3:20 to go in the first half, and the Eagles will take a timeout to talk it over. That's been a great stretch for Nokomis, but it's not been a pretty play on either side.
It hasn't. Nokomis hasn't really gotten untracked. Neither team's gotten untracked offensively, but good for Nokomis to just take it one play at a time. They've endured some mistakes. They're not shooting the ball particularly well, but here it is against the 1 seed in a 16-14 game.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like Nokomis is playing within themselves. On the offensive side, sometimes you see that guys trying to do more than what's in their skill set. It usually ends up in kind of poor shot selection, but I like what the Warriors are trying to do offensively, and I think the deeper this game goes and stays close, the higher their confidence is going to get. And their excitement, it's that kind of polarized feeling. It's going to tighten up for Messalonskee, and for Nokomis, it's just going to build some positive energy.
Just keep playing, and we'll see how it plays out at the end.
But I think the Warriors can't get lulled into thinking Messalonskee's going to keep missing as many shots and miscues. They're going to clean it up.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 16-2 for a reason.
Warriors straight up man defense. Sides on Bernier. Bernier with a strong take, can't get it to roll. Bowden rips the board down.
Seth doing a great job tonight on the boards, just really snatching that ball with authority.
He is such an agile athlete, and it's deceiving because he is a big, rugged guy. Sides over to Carr.
There we go. We got a lane to the basket. It's a nice
He's going to be
take.
fouled. He should be going on the foul line. Let's see who picks that foul up. I think it was a
There's a lot of contact at the
that's-
rim, but
yeah.
that's a big confidence builder right now for Seth. That's a great take. Let's see if he can knock down a couple foul shots and get on track.
That's the second Messalonskee starter with 3 fouls. Parker Reynolds, the big senior for the Eagles, he'll head to the bench. And Nokomis will go with a big lineup, and probably Coach Grant saying, my only guy with 2 is Jeff Carr. Let's get him out for a little bit. Second one won't go for Bowden. It's a 1-point game, 16-15 Eagles, 2.5 to go in the second quarter.
Nice switching by the Warriors out on the perimeter. Nice hustle by
Nice.
Tommy.
Oh,
Nice
nice
right there.
hustle by Tom. Yeah, for sure.
That right there is one of those type of plays that you got to have to win games. It's just great hustle, great awareness.
Possession arrow for Messalonskee, so the Eagles will keep possession, but again, little momentum boost for Nokomis.
Good closeout.
That's a nice shot by Ty Bernier. Bowden was right there with a hand in his face, and he just drops that 3 in. He's a shooter. You're not going to shut him down all night. Ball gets knocked away from sides. Eagles quick transition. Ooh, Townsend had a nice block, but that offhand did push off.
Good hustle getting back.
Stone will go to the line for 2. Second personal foul on Townsend. And Messalonskee struggled from the foul line. Stone can't get the first one to go. Second one's good. 20-15, Eagles on top. Grant with a nice dump off to Nice, can't get it to go. Eagles, every time they get the ball, Josh, I'm impressed with the speed of their transition.
They are very fast on the perimeter too. Kind of sneaky long too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Boy, this is
Stone, I think sort of thought about shooting, thought about taking it, and just shuffles his feet a little. He's called for the travel. So this is where Nokomis had a good little spurt at the end of the first quarter. Let's see if they can duplicate it in the last 80 seconds of the first half. Sides bobbing and weaving, can't get the roll.
got to get back.
Kick out to Arbor. 3 won't go. Nice, tries to keep it alive, tips it, but it goes right to Messalonskee as Michael Acorn puts it in.
Michael Acorn.
Big possession, going to spread the floor.
Messalonskee, I think with their largest, evens their largest lead of the half at 7. It's an important possession for Nokomis as Townsend kind of loses the handle and they strip him of the ball. What a block by Sides from behind.
All right, this is a slow down and get a good one moment. I think Coach Grant pleading with them to spread out and run the offense.
That's where I like to see Nokomis be a little more confident with the ball. They almost get a little, like, tighten up a little bit.
There we go. Ball at the top. You see a screen high right now. We got a pick and pop. Bowden would be open. Nice move.
Nice take by Townsend off the glass. That's a heck of a play by Dawson Townsend. closes it to within 5, and in that tie-up by Nice, maybe it didn't seem like much, but that means Nokomis is going to get to start the half with the ball.
Yeah, big plays.
So after our first half, it's Messalonskee 22 and Nokomis 17. We'll take a pause and be back for a second half action. All right, Josh, we've had a good halftime break. Before we get back into basketball, I got to ask, you spend a lot of time at basketball venues. What's your favorite concession stand item? What is your go-to?
Geez, I mean, the chicken fingers here you got to kind of go with, but it's probably it's got to be back at the Cross Center in Bangor. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
you know, I remember Carl Parker used to live off those baked potatoes. Remember those?
Yeah, I like when they have French fries. I'm a French fry person. All right, here we go. 10 seconds, we'll start it. And, of course, Nice had that great play where he dove for the ball on the floor, which is giving Nokomis the ball to start the half. Townsend had the great make right before the buzzer to cut this to 5, so a key early possession for Nokomis. Tough start. Sides just throws it right to Parent. And then trips him up for the foul, so just not the play you were looking for to start it.
Pretend they get the ball first.
Yeah, okay. Messalonskee did get in a bit of foul trouble in the first half. Let's see if that becomes a factor. Nice block by Townsend. Long 3 off the mark by Parent. Carr comes away with it. So no harm and only 1 foul out of that mess.
Good physical action by Nokomis on the defensive boards in that last set.
Bowden, a little short, stop, pop, can't get it to go. Eagles off to the races and a little too long for Brunel. So Messalonskee hasn't completely smoothed it out since halftime break either.
Couple turnovers. Start the half. See if we can get Seth Bowden untracked.
Ball a little behind Sides. Ooh, I don't think Sides. Oh, I think he dislocated his shoulder. I think his arm got caught out from under him. It's either an elbow or a shoulder, but that arm just does not look like it's moving.
Pain.
Yeah, I think his arm, he tried to reach back for the ball, and his arm got munched by the, again, no intent, just players going for the ball, but. Of course, for Nokomis, we've had decades of really one of the best athletic trainers in the state. You know, we all like to tease Bob Kreider a lot. He really has a great sense of humor. We like to tease him, but when it comes to athletic training, he is on top of his game.
Absolutely, the consummate pro. Washburn in.
And it looks like it might be the elbow that they're looking at. So hopefully it's not anything that'll keep Sides out too long. Washburn moves to the paint, little floater, good looking shot, can't get it to go. Minute and a half in, I haven't had a score yet. Brunel works it around, kicks it back out.
Good help side defense right there by the Warriors. It's a good stop. Let's see if they can get some action going north-south.
Carr hits the baseline jumper. I was going to say take since it hits. I guess I knew it was going in. Back to a 3-point margin. Nokomis tightening up on the defensive end.
Going to call the foul on
Oh.
Messalonskee. That's good.
Boy.
That's good rebounding right there.
Yeah.
Fundamentally keeping the inside position and not yielding.
Yeah, it looked like that could have been a 50-50
Yeah, absolutely.
call, and that's the third foul on Acorn. And Acorn is an aggressive player, so let's see if that tempers his defensive intensity. Townsend posts up, spins through the middle, kicks it out to Bowden. Bowden with the three, can't get it to go. Carr tips it to himself.
It's a good shot off in post entry though, Mary. Playing a little inside out.
Townsend double team, loses it. Again, a little bit of like lack of floor balance with Townsend and Bowden kind of standing beside each other. You know, those two have got to have a little bit better awareness of where they're at. Nice strong take down the baseline by Reynolds, finishes it.
Good play right at the rim.
Again, Graves just kind of threw it, Grant, excuse me, threw it to a player, just wasn't looking. But a quick shot by Messalonskee's off the mark. Coach Josh Grant says, let's take a timeout. 5 to go, and really no change in the point differential. Each team's made a basket, 24-19, which I think helps Nokomis. 2-possession game. I think if you're the number 8 seed and you get midway through the third quarter and you're within a couple possessions, you're feeling good about how the game's going.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nokomis has to look at the big picture here. They are right in this game. Going to make some plays here to close out this third quarter.
I think minimize mistakes.
Yes.
You know, that's a play that shouldn't happen. Your point guard comes down and just throws it to a player who isn't even looking. You know, both players have some responsibility in that. You know, the passer's got to make a better pass, but people have to have an awareness of where the ball is. Like when I used to coach basketball, I think that was my number one thing. Like your head turns. Like you should never lose sight of where the ball is on the court. You know, always expect that the ball might be coming to you. Nokomis will inbound the ball far into the court. And that's a great thing to see. Owen Sides back into the game. Maybe it was just a bit of a stinger.
Stinger,
Yeah.
is that what it is? Go to Mr. Kreider for the Kreider diagnosis.
Maybe we can text down and get the technical. Townsend on the take. We'll fall away. Again, I'd like to see that instead of falling away, just attack the basket, get the contact. That'll be Carr's third foul.
Drake Brunel going to the line.
A lot of seniors on this Messalonskee squad, Mary.
Well, let's see if that senior leadership comes through down the stretch. They've played a lot of basketball. They're in a close one. And I think this is where Nokomis in these next few minutes needs to be careful. Messalonskee doesn't widen the gap. Brunel hits both foul shots. Equals the largest lead of the game at 7. Yeah, I agree. You know, you made that point too. Messalonskee is consistently overplaying defensively, and Nokomis has got to start making some backdoor cuts because almost every exchange they're getting a hand on the ball.
Yeah, they're up the line and in the line. On the line, over the line. Good cut.
Can't get it to go. And there's Jordan Quinn. He's had some good minutes tonight. Puts the follow-up in.
Big possession right there for the Warriors. A big basket by Quinn.
Now kicks it over to the side. Comes back up top to Bernier. Bernier slices in, puts it up off the glass, rattles around and out. Quinn with a rebound. Ball's kicked over to Bowden. Little hesitation move. Closed out by Reynolds. Townsend in the paint. Quinn thinks about launching the three.
Bowden at the top.
It's just a little too loose on the dribble, gets his pocket picked. Pretty 2-on-1 execution by Messalonskee, gets the layup. Grant with a tough take, high off the glass, can't get it to go. Long pass ahead. And boy, that's Owen Sides. He's done that twice, come back and had a block on what looked to be a sure layup. Grant drains the mid-range jumper. We're inside of 3, third quarter, 28-23, Messalonskee.
Big basket for Drew Grant, big for the team, and hopefully it will boost his confidence and stay aggressive.
Now slowly kind of working it on the right side. Spots up, takes the 3, it's going to fall short. Bowden tracks it down. Grant will spot up, can't get it to go. Grant a little too aggressive with the defense. He'll foul. Parent should be on the floor. Only the second team foul. Make that 3. First on Grant. Lob into Reynolds. He kicks it out. There's contact on the take.
You got to close out, but you got to close out on balance so you don't allow that baseline penetration.
Arbor heads to the line for 2. Quinn picks up his first personal foul. Arbor sinks the first of 2. Makes them both. Timeout, Messalonskee. Eagles push it back to a 7-point lead, 2:16 to go, third quarter. And the upstart Warriors, the Eagles just can't seem to put them away.
No, we're hanging around and still haven't really got sort of untracked offensively.
Yeah.
Just can't really get into a good flow. But you know what? The thing about the Warriors, and I've been very impressed with them all year, they keep playing the next play and they keep playing hard. That's a testament to their coach and the whole team's approach.
I couldn't agree more. I've seen that in the season. Maybe even when games are starting to get away, they continue to play hard, to stick to the game plan. They don't get sloppy. They don't roll over. They are going to play till the final whistle. It'd be interesting to see too. I think if we could have a couple of bang, like a good, a defensive steal, maybe somebody hits a big 3, gets a stop, have a couple, 2 or 3 plays put together to see. Because this team responds to good energy.
Big time right here. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Warriors down 7. Hate to overstate it, but I mean, this is a big possession. I mean, they are all big in tourney time, but out of the timeout, what are we going to get?
Yeah, so far, Nokomis has done, they've had some good play towards the end of the quarter, so let's see. Looks like Messalonskee's shifted up into a zone. This can open the door for somebody to spot up. Skip it across that zone, get a clean look for a 3. Quinn thinks about it, forces it in a bit to Bowden. Warriors lucky. The Eagles are going to call for the reach. I think that's number 3 on Brunel. Oh, check that. Number 1 on him. Townsend does a nice job hanging on to the ball. It's over to Quinn. Quinn gets thinks about the 3, doesn't pull the trigger. He wants to. He loves a 3, and he's got a good-looking shot.
Give it to him.
Kick out to Sides. He spots up for the 3, off the iron. Parent pulls in the rebound. Minute 20 to go. Eagles push it up court. Nice defense by Bowden. The three's off the mark. Quinn with a backside rebound.
I like the post entry on the last possession to Seth. I mean, the kickout's a good basketball play. I think he's
Townsend,
going to be aggressive.
Big take,
Nice
off the
take.
glass and in.
To your point, Mary, he didn't fade away. He went strong and square.
I think probably my days of coaching with Earl Anderson, you know, squaring up, facing the basket, go up strong, all those just basic principles.
Here we are, 5-point game. I'm Messalonskee, and I'm thinking, what?
I think that's going to be foul shots. That's the 15th foul. Grant, kind of an unnecessary foul out front. Let's see if Messo can hit the foul shots. Parent will head to the line. How do you feel about this foul shot?
I haven't
The foul
figured it out,
situation,
really.
yeah.
I don't think I like it. I like the 1-and-1. I like the sort of the drama of that.
I did too. But as we said, the game has changed. Parent doesn't get either foul, so it doesn't hurt him. Sides, thinks about it. 24 seconds to go. Let's see if the Warriors work for one. Bowden out top, hands off to Townsend. Townsend's usually their go-to guy on the last second shot. He's going to get called for, somebody's going to get called for a foul. 8.5 to go. It'll only be the third team foul, so it'll be on the sideline. I think the Messo player kind of, really? It's definitely past the bedtime of some of these younger fans. They're in screech mode.
Oh, we got away with that.
Yeah, looked like a foot made it, been on the half-court line, and there's another reach, and I think that's number 4 on Reynolds. That could be a big factor.
Got it.
That's a huge foul.
This gives a little bit of a license to the Warriors to very much attack the rim for the start of the fourth quarter.
Only 2.7 left to go in the quarter. Make that 1.8. It was a nice idea. Sides spotted up on the far side. Quinn just not enough pace on the ball. Messalonskee deflected it out of bounds. It's got to be a catch and a shoot for Nokomis.
Set a screen and then curl hard off the screen. The screen is going to be open.
Townsend gets a shot up. It's a tough catch. Lowe did a nice job getting the shot off, so we end the quarter the same gap. 5 points, 30-25. But the foul trouble for Messalonskee keeps kind of creeping in.
Yeah, they've got foul trouble. Nokomis, once again, I mean, I think if you're Coach Grant and you knew you had a chance to knock off the number 1 seed going 5 down going into the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night on quarterfinal night, you take that.
Absolutely. We've got a ball game, and it's low scoring. It's 30-25 going into the fourth quarter. It's pretty low scoring game, which I think bodes well for Nokomis. You know, as you see, Josh, you know, I've noted a couple times the game change. What do you think is maybe the one or two thing for a player today to think about that maybe, you know, 15, 20, 25 years ago was a little different?
I mean, it's such a game that rewards the three-point shot now.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself. I mean, 25 years ago, right? I mean, it's the perimeter shots that dominate. Dribble drive dominates. You don't see as much 3 out, 2 in. You see more 5 out or 4 out, 1 in. A lot of dribble drive based offenses.
Eagles being patient, their first possession of the fourth quarter. Acorn nearly lost the handle. He's got a good chunk of the third quarter on the bench. Grant kind of quickly picks up another foul. He quickly, with really about a 2-minute game time span, has picked up 3 fouls. Yeah, nice defense by Sides. Bernier kind of got his elbow up and did a forearm shiver right in front of the official. Nice job by Sides. Boy, he hasn't scored a lot, but he's made some nice plays.
Just a grinding type of nitty-gritty basketball player. It's nice to see him having a great game here tonight.
Again, Warriors are with an opportunity to cut this to a 1-possession game.
It's going to be one of those. Nokomis can get a basket and cuts this thing to 3. I think you'll see Parker Reynolds coming back in the game.
Sides, yes, with a nice take. Gets it in off the glass.
Let's see. I would think Coach Smith for the Eagles is going to have to move back in with Reynolds.
See if Messalonskee can kind of handle the pressure of the moment. And I guess they can, as Brunel just drains a 3. And they do call a timeout, the Eagles, to talk it over.
Yeah, it's a big 3, and that allows Messalonskee to probably keep Reynolds down for a couple more possessions.
It's almost
anyway.
possession by possession,
Right.
probably monitoring it. Let's see too if Messalonskee, they've come out with a little bit of full court pressure. Went to a little bit of a zone towards the end of the third quarter. Let's see if Coach Smith keeps trying to mix it up defensively.
Warriors will be getting the basketball coming out of the timeout.
I'll tell you what I think's due for a big offensive player is Bowden.
I think so.
You know, he's been quiet on the offensive side of the ball, and I think he's due for a good momentum boost.
There we go. Post entry. Let's take the ball to the rim. Thank you.
Turns
Thank
around
you.
and gets the roll.
The Oracle, Marianetto.
Maybe I got an earpiece into the huddle, timeout huddle. 3 is way off the mark, but Messalonskee able to get the offensive board, take to the rim, off the mark, ball bounces around.
It's going to be a tough call. They're going to call that on Townsend for staying aggressive. I don't know about that. It's a tough call.
It's kind of a loose ball situation. Nobody really has possession. And that's a third for Townsend. Boy, I don't want to see Nokomis shooting foul shots early. It's not a bad thing. And there's another big 3 by Brunel. So the lead's back up to 7. 6 to go. Townsend tries to answer, can't find it. Could be a critical possession. Kick ahead quick to Acorn, and he's up and in. Eagles stretch it to their largest lead of the night, 9. Townsend, baseline jumper, drains it. A quick timeout by Nokomis. 5.5. Warriors have been bouncing around, 7, 5, 3 points.
Yeah,
A couple of big 3s by Brunel for the Eagles, though, kind of push their lead to 9 for a few seconds anyway.
Still plenty of time left. I mean, it's just a 7-point game. 5:33 left to go. I mean, Coach Grant's going to just emphasize making stops, holding them to 1 shot, and really going to have to continue to attack the rim. The possession to Bowden was much needed. Bowden gets a few opportunities at the rim in the last 5 minutes. That's going to open up outside opportunities for the rest of the gang.
Parker Reynolds, who had picked up his 4th foul, is back into the lineup. Sometimes that can hamper you, Josh. Like if a player plays too tentatively because they don't want to foul out, they almost become a liability on a defensive end.
Absolutely. This is absolutely the time you want to run right at Mr. Reynolds.
Brunel, back-to-back 3s in the last couple of possessions. Acorn spots up for the three, can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Bowden. Warriors have done a nice job blocking out on the boards. Bowden has it. Little shot fake. Rattles around, won't fall. Brunel, hard take, kicks it out to Acorn. Acorn slashes in, can't get it to go.
Another rebound for Bowden.
Bowden's going to try to go out into the front court. Sometimes he just keeps on going. Much like we've seen him do on the football field as he just continues to weave and run over defenders. Pocket gets picked. Tries to get it to Townsend, but it's picked off by Messalonskee. And the Eagles, boy, they've had a number of unforced errors too, uncharacteristic for a top seed team.
Yeah, this is a tough one to go into the books from a beauty pageant standpoint, but a lot of turnovers.
I want to say maybe a little bit of payback for Nokomis. Zach Hartsgrove, an assistant on the bench. I think that year Nokomis might have been like seeded second. Messalonskee upset him.
That's right. That was a tough loss.
That was a heartbreaker. Let's see if the Eagles decide to be a little more methodical. They've been pretty quick with their offensive possessions. Take to the rim, it's in. It'll be an and one situation. Carr gets his fourth foul. Bernier to the line for one. Could push this to a double-digit lead up to 10. Rattles around, falls in, so Messalonskee's kind of inched the margin up as we enter the last 3.5 minutes. Nokomis definitely needs to get an answer. They don't have to bomb a three, but they've got to get points in this possession. Carr spots up for the three, can't get it to go. And I think that's going to be Parker Reynolds' fifth foul. Kind of got called for a hack from behind on the rebounding action, and he's headed to the bench. Coach Sam Smith kind of with his hands on his head. We saw a similar call on Townsend on the other end on the rebounding action, so it's the foul they've been calling.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Arbor will come in. Arbor's had some good minutes as Parker's had to sit throughout part of the game. Make an illegal screen by Nokomis, so ball will go back over to the Eagles. And that's number 4 for Grant.
Yeah, it's a tough call for Nokomis. Got to make a stop here. It's kind of make or break time right now, Mary.
I think Nokomis does not have that offensive kind of power play, so it really can't get too much behind. Acorn with a hard take to the rim will draw the foul, and he'll head to the foul line. Early Messalonskee struggled with foul shots. Let's see if they can clean it up. But Josh, you noted starting to have a similar feel to that game Nokomis had, that they'd kept it close throughout the game, and then with foul shots down the stretch, the gap widened to about 10 as Acorn sinks it.
Jeff Carr fouls out. Great effort tonight by Jeff.
I think he drew a tough defensive assignment. Acorn is an aggressive, confident player in attacking the basket. As you noted, Nokomis can't waste a lot of time here in the offensive half court. They got to get a good look and get some points. Bowden with the take. Can't get it to go. Messalonskee pushing it up. Three to go. Ball stripped away. I think it should go to Nokomis. I thought like Parent kicked it. Ball was slapped at and ricocheted off his body, so the Warriors will get the ball. A little bit curious to see Messalonskee pushing the pace right there. That's a point in the game. You get a 12-point lead, 3 minutes. Let's burn some clock.
Yeah, and you're in the double bonus, right? So, I mean, Nokomis is going to have to come out and get you.
Bowden spins in the paint. You just can't get it to go. It's a good look by the strong junior, but he just his shots haven't fallen for him tonight. Now I think we can see Coach Smith saying, use a little time, quick foul by Bowden. I like that. Nokomis not waiting.
Right.
We get some ground to make up.
Brunel going to the line.
Really, I think the turning point, Brunel hit those 2 threes on back-to-back possessions. I feel like that just gave kind of Messalonskee was like there. That's what we're used to.
Brunel's having a big second half.
Second one doesn't go. Bowden's got to be in double digits for rebounds.
He really has been the
Townsend with the strong take.
control of the defensive glass. That's had a nice night on the glass.
Yeah, a lot of contact, no call. I think officials kind of loosening up a little bit here. 3 shot is nothing but net by Parent. That pushes it to 16. 2 to go. Tall order for the Warriors. Quinn spots up for the 3. He drains it. Jordan Quinn, the junior's had some nice minutes tonight for Nokomis.
Sure has. It's 8 points for Jordan.
So for Nokomis, they're gonna need some luck. Maybe pick up a turnover, get a quick basket. If they go down the foul route, can Messalonskee go ice cold from the foul line?
Remember the miracle minute of Tim Scott and Ellsworth? Remember that? Remember hearing about that?
Yes.
We need a miracle 151. Yeah.
Remember that game? I think you were coaching for us against Bangor, Ryan McClellan's senior year. Didn't he have a little bit of a cushion and
we had
just got away from us? That was probably one of the more heartbreaking.
It was a
losses.
heartbreaking loss. We had Bangor. Never forget that game. Bangor was celebrating. The thing I remember about that game is Zach Ray was in the Nokomis locker room consoling his 2 teammates from AAU, and Ryan McClellan and Luke Hayden. That we're talking about that sort of that greater community of family of basketball.
Messalonskee just working the perimeter, pushing Nokomis to foul. Minute 40. Sides gives one up. We'll send Bernier to the line, a good foul shooter. An awful lot of great basketball moments, Josh.
Sure have.
You know, I'm gonna put this out there when people watch it, and I know I got to talk to Evie Bowman about it, because she allegedly has it on the girls' side when Kelly was a senior, that triple overtime semifinal win against Bangor. It was just an epic game. I was lucky enough to be, the assistant coach that year. One of the most exciting games ever. But no one can find the tape. I've heard Evie has it.
We'll probably have to go to Bangor for it. Brunel with a easy bucket off the turnover.
Nice take by Sides. I think it's probably going to be a little too late, but as you said, I've loved this team and how hard they play. Acorn on the take, gets it to go. Foul's called. That's one of those. I know it call foul, but let that go at this point. Just let the clock keep rolling. 69 seconds to play. It's a 51-36 score, and the final score is not going to be indicative, Josh, of how this game was played.
No, I mean it was a 4 or 5 point game, or 5 point game for most of the second half.
I think Nokomis, nothing to hang their heads about here tonight. You know, they're losing a few seniors, obviously Townsend, a key person in that lineup. But there's a nice returning core to this team. Sides hits the three.
That's a nice to see Owen make that basket right here late in the game.
Absolutely. You know, he's a player, a junior on this team. They'll look to him to be a leader next year. Messalonskee pulling it out. Sides forces the foul. Little fake to Quinn, can't get it to go. Grant picks it up. Townsend over to Bowden. I like the fight in Nokomis. Kind of a pass off the mark. Turns it over, foul, and then kind of crash to collect the ball. All right, we had a quick conference on the broadcast team for our player of the game tonight, and been consistent throughout his career and all night long. Way to close out his senior season and career at Nokomis. Our player of the game tonight is Dawson Townsend.
Yeah, congratulations, Dawson, on a great career. Great job.
No, you know, for me, from my perspective as principal, you know, obviously, I'm a sports fan. I like sports, but I also, just when I see students who have been just tremendous members of our school community, and that's Dawson. You couldn't find a kinder, friendlier, harder working kid, a good student, and a successful business owner as a high school kid. Aiden Anderson, a boy, if he could get a basket in, we don't have 5 fouls. You know, of course, Aiden Anderson, just an amazing story with his battle with leukemia, to see him out on a court playing. I know his family. It's hard for me to announce it without getting choked up, but I know the family well, and pretty sentimental moment. To see him out there playing is pretty amazing.
Coach Grant getting some players in. Just a class act by the Warriors. They represent, Mary. They represent.
Yeah, no, they're a really great group of young men. Oh,
come on, baby.
Come on, Anderson.
Pull
just
that
fire it. They're trying to get it back to him.
There you go. Shoot that.
Could it go in? Oh, that would have been amazing. Anderson with a good look, nearly hits the three, and that'll be a final horn. So the final score, 55-39. Messalonskee able to get that cushion right at the end to advance as a top-seeded team, but they faced a tough Nokomis team here tonight.
Yeah, good closeout. Great effort. Representing the community, representing Nokomis High School. Honorable effort by the Warriors. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot, Josh. It's always a great time doing a game with you. Thanks to Matt Brown, our director for Warrior Broadcasting, and this will close out our winter sports season. Thank you for joining.